Yo guys, what is up? Max on our Wonderlands video, and today we're going over some new information that's come out about Wonderlands. Now, I made a breakdown video of the trailer yesterday. There's some things that I missed, but also there was a ton of information flooding the internet from interviews with the creative director of the game. Randy Pitchford was tweeting out some details on the game, and on their website there was new information. So I wanted to share all of that with you guys today. I hope you guys find the video helpful. If you do, be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And that, guys, let's get right into it. So to start us off, there is going to be a multi-class system with 6 skill trees. Now, after Wonderlands was revealed, Matt Cox, the creative director of the game, was interviewed and talked a little bit more about the multi-class system that lets you mix and match 6 unique character skill trees, all with their own awesome abilities. You can customize how your player looks and sounds, and you can do this all solo or party up with up to 3 friends for 4-player co-op. So basically how this is going to work is, instead of like picking a Vault Hunter or picking a Archer or a Rogue character or a Mage character, you're going to create your own character, and then when you get into the game, you're going to have 6 skill trees to mix and match from. So if you go into the Mage skill tree, you will get Mage abilities and Mage things, but you could also go into the Melee skill tree and mix and match Mage with Melee. So you can really make your own character instead of being like picking like the Rogue character and only using daggers, or picking the Hunter character and only using arrows. You're going to be able to fully customize your character and what you want to do. I think I'm going to go like a melee battle mage personally, but super cool that this is the way you're going to do it. So you're not picking a character, you're designing your own, and you're going to be able to play as you want. Next up, number 2, there are 4 confirmed DLCs. Now, they said if you buy the most premium edition, you get Season Pass 1, aka 4 DLCs, which they say are going to be focusing on bosses and new challenging encounters. This sounds like they might be more focusing on endgame for their DLCs rather than story. Obviously, there's no way to confirm that, but they have highlighted that endgame is definitely going to be a priority in this game. So we've got 4 confirmed DLCs when you buy Season Pass. By the way, if you do want to pre-order the game, if you use the link that's in the pinned comment, you get exclusive skins and cosmetics by using my code. They're doing this thing for content creators. Pretty cool. If you guys want to check it out, it is on the Epic Game Store only. So yeah, just letting y'all know. All right, at number 3, there are going to be Anoints or Enchants. Now, this is based off of the footage that we saw. They have not confirmed this. It is just a guess off of the beams on the weapons, but when they were showing loot popping out of the chest, it looked like some beams were like thicker and more glowy and had more effects, which in Borderlands 3 indicates that they are anointed pieces of gears. Now, I'm hoping that that is different in this game and that we don't get like super crazy power crept things, because I don't want to have to get a sword with 200% slash damage. I'd rather get excited about the sword, and hopefully the slash damage or whatever the anointed on it is going to be minimal, so that anoints are not the focus of endgame and we're focusing on the gear, because I do think that when you focus everything on anoints, and anoints are super important to endgame, you care less about the gear, and that's not how it should be. Next up, there is going to be third-person gameplay for certain skills. Now, similar to how like Phase Slam works in Borderlands 3, where you zone out or zoom out and you see your whole character, there is a bunch of like action skills, and we'll talk about more of those in a second, that seem to zoom you out into third person like a cyclone. By the way, we're thinking these like cyclones and these slams and these like archer shooting arrows things are going to be action skills or action skill like things that are unlocked in your tree. For example, you unlock a cyclone spin in the warrior tree, and in that warrior tree you're going to then be able to augment that cyclone, similar to how in Borderlands you can get like a grasp or phase grasp and then augment it with ties that bind. So I think those are going to be like action skill like things, separate from how your weapon is going to be and the weapon that you're using. Next up, there is going to be transmog. In the pre-order sections and the bonuses, they describe in detail how you can basically outfit transmog or different armor sets over the armor that you're wearing to go for certain looks or use different skins to like change your character. So it sounds like you're going to be able to do some fashion lands or fashion Wonderlands, which I really am excited for. And there's a bunch of different already options coming with pre-order bonuses, which look really, really cool. Next up, there's going to be dual wielding spells or spells and guns. In the gameplay, we've seen people using spells at the same time that they're shooting. There isn't you're taking out your gun, shooting with that, and then going to your spell. People are using spells and guns at the same time, and we even saw 2 spells being casted at the same time. Now, in the gameplay, 1 spell is being shot from the hand and 1 spell is being shot from a wand. We don't know if wands are going to be like items or wands are a class ability or shooting from the hand is a class ability, but it does look like if you want to go spell and spell, you could, and if you want to go spell and gun, you could, which maybe would lead us to believe that you can go sword and sword or dual wielding swords, which is going to be awesome. Next up, there are multiple types of melee weapons in the game. Some of most note, there are scythes shown. There's literal scythes. There is a buzz axe, a blue buzz axe dropped. We've seen some big swords, some like lance type things, lots of crazy different melee weapons. And it looks like melee is going to have a similar amount of diversity to guns and spells, which is crazy because I've always wanted melee in like a Borderlands like game. So super excited for that. Next up, there are going to be ring items in this game. Now, this is once again like a conjecture from image. This is not fact or confirmed, but just looking at the gameplay, there were some items that looked like rings and books. Maybe you get rings for your characters. The books could be spells. Spells could be droppable, aka spells could have rarity assigned with them, and you could maybe equip multiple spell books, or not sure how that works, but maybe the books are class items, not sure, but it did look like a ring and books dropped from loot, which is very, very interesting. Next up, there's going to be alternative manufacturer names. For example, Tediore in the trailer is called Furior. Now, some friends of mine received pre-order booklets of the Bunkers and Badasses game, and in the Bunkers and Badasses game, there's all these manufacturer names laid out. For example, Tediore is Furior in that pamphlet, and Hyperion is Hyperius. I don't want to spoil all the names here, but just know that there are going to be different names for the different manufacturers from the ones that we stay. Like even Jacobs is changing, so it's going to be pretty freaking crazy. Lastly, and I found this out after I recorded some of the earlier parts of this video, so I apologize for some overlap there. Wonderlands is going to be incorporating the same procedural weapon generation technology that they've used in the other Borderlands games on their guns, their spells, and their melee weapons, meaning you can get different parts on your spells and they're going to be randomly generated, and the diversity there is going to be crazy. The same with the melee weapons and the crossbows and the guns. If this doesn't excite you, like farming for good parts on a spell or like the different blades and the cool things on the melee weapons, I don't know what will. This like blew my mind. I'm so excited. I kind of assumed that it'd be like set spells, but the fact that it's gonna be like randomly generated spells with parts and different things is so crazy. I cannot wait for this game. I'm so excited for it. Also, some Borderlands 3 weapons may be returning in a follow-up tweet by Randy, so interesting to see what will happen there. I cannot wait for this game. I hope you guys are excited. If you found out anything new from the video, I appreciate you dropping a like on it. I will catch y'all in the next one, guys. Take care. Peace.